One thing that really does my head in is that social media is not the be-all and end-all of your one-person business. In my opinion, it's well and truly overhyped. Everybody thinks that you need to be on social media, you need to be putting daily content on social media, you need to be doing X, Y, and Z on social media, and that is just not the case. When it comes to social media, my strategy is don't have a strategy. And it's not that I don't want to grow on social media. The simple reason is that my focus is YouTube. YouTube is the platform that I will run through hell and high water to get content out on a specific day and a specific time. But everybody else is just that little bit of, oh well, it's something extra. So the reason I choose not to have a social media strategy is not that I don't want to grow there or anything like that. Like I said, YouTube is my focus. But for the main reason, it's just far too time consuming. It's so demanding. You can go onto social media to upload a reel or whatever it is, or a photo or whatever, and you can spend half an hour to an hour there because you start scrolling. These platforms are designed to hook you in. So for me, I use Instagram and I use it the way that I would use it as a personal user. That's simply it. But I do add content to it. Now, if you want to see how I grow my business without social media and my strategy for not having to do it, then let me know and I'll create a video on that. For me, as using social media as a personal user, it has to be easy. Now, before when I was creating reels, I would set up the camera, I would start speaking, and I would then go back, chop it all up and edit it. If I wanted to get a clip to promote my YouTube channel, when I was editing it, I would go through it and I would find the best bits where I said something, and then I would take that and then cut it down and make it fit into the vertical format and then upload that. That added another step that was just, for me, it was just time that could be better spent elsewhere. But then I came across a tool. Opus Clip for me has been a total lifesaver because all the stuff that I was doing, that extra step of the process where I was cutting videos up, finding the best parts, Opus Clip can do that for me. At first I was a wee bit hesitant, like how will it know what is the viral bits? And will it do a better job than me? It really can do a better job than me and half the time. And all that's left for me to do is then schedule them when I'm ready. Now when I upload a video for YouTube, all I have to do is take the original video file that once I've done my first round of edits and it's just the video, I'll take that to Opus Clips, upload that, I'll go back to finishing the edit for YouTube, upload it onto YouTube. By the time I'm there, Opus Clips has now got the clips ready for me and I can go through and see which ones I like the best. When you get your clips back, it arranges them by virality, so it means that you can see which ones are most likely to perform. So once you log into the software, this is where you come, and all you have to do here is you can drop a YouTube link in here, or you can upload a video. It's up to you, and you just click, upload, choose the video you want. Let me see if I got a video that we could shove in just for now. So if I drop that in, I will start to upload it, so we'll let it do its thing. Now, if you look down at the bottom here, it does say that our algorithm has been optimized for podcast, lifestyle, sports, marketing, webinars, entertainment, news. This is new because when I first started using Opus Clip, it was literally just for talking heads. Hi Malik. Are you going to stay nice and quiet while we try and film this video? Hopefully it'll settle down. So like I said, when I first started with Opus Clip, it was just talking heads, but they have tweaked the algorithm to allow you to be able to podcast, vlogging, lifestyle, all that sort of stuff. I'm not sure, I've not really shopped around, but I think they are the only software that allows you to do vlogs. I think still a lot of the other ones are still only allowing you to do talking heads. Now, once you have uploaded, you'll come to your dashboard and this is all the clips that you've uploaded. So here's one that I done before. Now, what I like to do when I upload is I like to take away all the B-roll and stuff like that and just leave the talking head with the audio. And then I can add trending audios or whatever once I upload it to Instagram or wherever it's going. So once you get your clips back, this is what it looks like. So it gives you a score here, which tells you what they think is the chances of it going viral. So out of this whole, this is probably the most viral clip. Then it tells you why they've thought that. So they're not just like, there's a reason for that score and they tell you exactly what it is. And they also tell you in here, they analyze the scene so you can start to take the tips that they're giving you and use it to make your content better. One other thing you can do is you can get the transcript here. You can copy and paste this, put it into ChatGPT and tell it to write a viral hook for Instagram so that you've got the hook as well. Now, if you have got the starter version, you can publish onto social straight away. If you have the Pro version, they actually have a scheduling tool, which means that you can schedule it on, and you're not having to then just post it because you're done. You can also export it to Premiere or DaVinci Resolve. So if you've got a video editor that does stuff for you and you just want to send these clips so that they can make it more in your brand or whatever, you can download it and you can export it to Premiere or DaVinci. You have the option to add B-roll. You can add an AI voiceover. You can retitle it, because they do give you a title, but if you wanted to change that, this is good for YouTube Shorts because they do require a title. I think Facebook do as well. You can also change the aspect ratio. The aspect ratio is, do you want a vertical video or do you want a horizontal video? Really. They also give you the option to do a square video. So they've got all of social media covered, because Facebook native video likes horizontal video. Facebook Reels, Instagram Reels, TikTok, they all like vertical video. LinkedIn does take vertical video, but they also have a native horizontal video as well. So you can change that. If you're using the Instagram feed, then you would maybe think about using a square video. So they have got all the options for social media covered. Now, what does the actual editor look like? When we come in here, if we wanted to edit this clip, we can come in here and edit the clip. It shows you the script that they've got, or the transcript of this video. So you can have a look through there, make sure it all reads well. If you wanted to change, say this wasn't this, it said something else, we could change that just by typing in what we'd said and click correct. It does highlight things as well so that you get emojis and things like that. So that is also really, really good. One thing I like is that if you know there's a bit in your video that you think would really be good for that, you can come in here and you can click add new section after wherever you want it to go. So say we wanted it at the end of this, we wanted to add this bit in. You can click add section. It gives you your full video, and you can scroll all the way through to find the bit that you want. This is really, really good, because at the end you sometimes they will not give you a call to action, but if you want something where you've said something like, go and download this link, go and download this book, go and download this whatever, this cheat sheet template, and you want to include that, then you can just find that in the transcript and add it to the video. Or if you know you've said something really, really good, that would be a good quote or something, you can go and grab that and put that in. The editor is super easy to use. If you're just like, I really don't want this bit of footage here, you can click it, drag the playhead to wherever you want, and then you can split it, and then split it again and delete the bit that you don't like. Over here, you can add emojis, you can add transitions, you've got all the settings you can change it to, you can change the aspect ratio, do all that stuff. So yeah, so there's loads of stuff that you can do here as well, and it's all just with the click of a button. Now you can take this as far as you want. Like for me, a lot of the time these clips are good enough for social media, and it's literally just a matter of downloading. But if you wanted to take it that little bit further, then you've got the power to do so. Look at how many clips they've spat out. Now I can't remember how long this video was that I gave them. I think it might have been 10 minutes or 15 minutes. And they've spat out all these clips that are good enough to go. Now, sometimes it does this, where it doesn't crop it. But again, we can fix that. We can just come into edit clip, and you'll see how it's like this here. Does it do that the whole way through the clip? Yes, it does. So what we can do is we can just grab this, and we can drag it up, and then we can leave it like that. And then just let's see what it looks like. Usually I would film in the kitchen, and so that looks fine, yeah? But what I would say with regards, I've obviously been moving my hands and it's went off, and that's why they've not wanted to crop it. Sometimes that does happen, but you can fix it like this. Now it might look low quality now, but they do render it in low quality on the software. But once you download it, you'll get it in HD, so it'll be back to normal quality. However, what I will say is when you do upload horizontal clips that you do need to resize to vertical, you are stretching them pixels. So if you are going to do that, I would suggest uploading a 4K footage so that when it does stretch, it's not as bad as if you upload a HD, they're actually stretching the pixels to fit into that vertical format. So just keep that in mind as well when you're doing that. So now you've seen what Opus Clips can do in action, I want to give you a little bit of a heads up, yeah, what to watch out for. Because I think the first few videos that it usually gives you back are good enough to be used for something like Reels. As you go down that list without editing them even further, I wouldn't really do it. So I think per video, you're going to get about 2 to 3 clips that you can use for Reels. I want you to know that right away, this should not be your only strategy for these platforms. If you are more focused on social media and you like to put out more content more consistently, this maybe 2 or 3 days, and then fill your week up with something else. And the reason I say that is because your audience is going to get bored of seeing these talking heads that are all filmed the same, with the same caption style and all that stuff. It just gets monotonous. And so if you're doing it for a lengthy period of time throughout the week, then I would definitely be doing other stuff and not just relying on this to do the heavy lifting. For me, that just uses it as a personal level, again, I'll maybe use one for Reels, then I will maybe schedule another one the following week to give it a little, so that I've got promotion for 2 weeks of that one video. The rest of the time I still use other ways of getting content, like I'll use Canva to do some quick videos. There's ones that I will take a trending sound and edit a video with the B-roll that I've got in my content library, and that does the trick for Instagram. Like I says, that is kind of, my strategy is not to have a strategy on Instagram, so I kind of only do that if I feel like I want to. I'm probably not the best person to be talking about social media, but I do use it, so I do want to be transparent here. One thing I really like Opus clips for are stories. Stories stay on your feed for 24 hours and then they disappear. So you can get away with posting one every single day if you want. Only the people that are consistently checking your feed are going to notice. And most of the time, I wouldn't suggest that, again, I wouldn't suggest it's your only strategy. I would suggest that you use your testimonials, you use other things, you talk about your products. This is your chance. In my eyes, stories are the place where you sell, because you can show up every day and it doesn't clutter up your feed and your feed doesn't look like a sales pitch. I do think you can get away with putting them more on stories, where you can put them out more often and it doesn't clutter up your feed, it doesn't get monotonous, the same as it would if it was on your Reels feed. I would say that you could get more use out of the other ones, the ones that maybe didn't have the highest virality score. You'd get more use out of them on stories as well, because it's just an extra bit of content, yeah? A little bit of a glimpse of your day, of what you've done. And if that video is part of what you've done, then it's good to give it that promotion. Like I said, I like stories for promoting my content, my products, and anything else. As if you're speaking on a podcast, or you're teaching at an event, or you're doing something, set up a camera, film it, and then put that through Opus Clips. This is another good way of getting some views. This is another way that splits up that kind of you talking to a camera kind of video. Opus Clips does a good job of picking the points in that were the best for social media. This isn't meant to be a social media strategy video. If you want to see how I promote my content without social media, see what I do in my business to get traffic and all that sort of stuff, then let me know in the comments and I will create that video. But that is pretty much it for this one. So have an awesome week, and I will see you in the next one.